Hey, how's it going, guys? The October SAT is coming, and I'm going to start with a hard SAT math question. A rocket speed is increasing at a rate of 14.6 meters per second squared. What is the rate in miles per minute squared? And we have 1 mile equals to 1,609 meters. Okay, so we'll start with having 14.6 meters per second squared. After that, we'll multiply by what we're given, 1 mile equals to 1,009 meters. So 1 mile over 1609 meters. So it's asking the rate in miles per minute squared. So we'll have to multiply by another 60 seconds over 1 minute. The whole thing squared because it's minute squared. So if we put this in the calculator, we'll have 14.6 times 60 squared. Divide by 1609. And we'll have the answer of 32.67 miles per minute squared. So the answer is 32.67 miles per minute squared. Third question, b minus 2 times x equals to 8. In the given equation, b is a constant. If the equation has no solution, what is the value of b? So this is an easy question. So we're just going to plug in a, 2. So we plug a, 2 minus 2 times x equals to 8. So 0 times x equals to 8, 0 equals to 8, which is there is no solution. And we will know that b, c, and d will have solution because 4 minus 2 is equals to 2x equals to 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 6 minus 2 equals to 4. 4x equals to 8x equals 2. 10 minus 2 is 5. X is 8. X equals to 10 minus 2 is equals to 8. X equals to 8. X equals to 1. So the answer is A. Let's move on with another question. 81 is x% greater than 9. What is the value of x? So for most students, they get this question wrong because they take 81 divided by 9 equals to 9, and they just basically multiply it by 100 to find the percent form, which is 900%, which is absolutely the wrong answer. See, the correct way to approach this question, we need to, for the increase and decrease in percent, we need to take 9 times. So 1 is to 100%, put 1 plus x equals to 81. So we take 9 times 1 equals 9 plus 9 times x, 9x equals to 81. 81 minus 9 equals to 72. 72 divided by 9, we'll have x equals to 8. In percent form, we will take 8 times 100, and we'll have the answer of 800%, which is the answer. Okay guys, so we'll move on with another hard SAT math question. The function f is defined by fx equals a to x plus b, where a and b are constants. In the xy plane, the graph of y equals fx has an x-intercept as 3, 0, y-intercept as 0, negative 342. What's the value of a plus b? Okay, so we have x-intercept at 3, 0, y-intercept at 0, negative 342, and fx equals to ax to the x plus b. So first, you can use the decimals to create a table. Like this. So x1 we have 3, y1 we have 0, and at x1 0, y1 negative 42. Now we're going to plug in the equation y1 equals to a to the x 1 plus b. So we have to change this equal sign into this specific sign, then enter. A plus b equals to negative 336. The answer is A plus b to negative 336. So this is the answer for the question. Moving on with another Desmos question. Fx equals a times x plus 8 squared minus b, x plus 8 squared minus c. The function a, b, and c are constants. Graph y plus fx plus 2 point negative 925, 0, 399. Square of f7 negative 7 plus f negative 16. So just like the other Desmos question, we're gonna put the table here. x1 equals negative 9, 125, x1 0, 299. We have y1 and this sign, as you remember, a times x plus 8 squared minus b, x plus 8 squared minus c. Put x1 stack. Then we're gonna enter. This one also x1. So we have this value here. Then for negative 7, which means x equals to negative 7, and f of negative 16 here, we're gonna have x equals to negative 16. And let's just see the graph. So negative 7, let's see where it intersects here. So negative 7 right here, the value is 25. For f of negative 16, I'm gonna scroll up right over here. Negative 16, 399. So it's 399. So the answer would be, as we put in the calculator, 25 plus 399 will have 424. That's the value of f of negative 7 plus f of negative 16. Moving on with another math question. Standard deviation. We have the number 35, 43, 57, 68, 72. What value, if added to the data set, decrease the standard deviation? I'll draw this in a graph so you guys can imagine how these numbers would work. So 35 here, 43 here, 57, 68, 72. If we add 20 in this number, it would be like here, which would increase the standard deviation. So this would be the correct answer. For B, 56 will be around here. So the standard deviation will decrease because it's not an outlier or anything. So because standard deviation is how spread out the value is, but this 56 value is inside of this data set. So it will spread out the value. And the same goes for 95, which go over here. Will increase the standard deviation. That would be the correct answer, and these was incorrect. So finally, B is the correct answer. Moving on with another math question. The given equation ax squared plus 98x plus c has at least one real root. Factor of kx plus j. What's the greatest possible value of ac? So first, we'll have b squared times 4ac. So at least one real root means that greater than or equal to 0. So it has at least has one real root, which means that b squared minus 4ac equals to 0. Then this problem says at least one real root, so it's greater than or equal to 0. Factor of kx plus j. We'll plug in b, 98 squared minus 4ac greater than or equal to 0. Negative 4ac greater than or equal to negative 98 squared. 98 squared equals to 9,604. So AC is less than or equal to 9,604 divided by 4, 2,401. So the greatest possible value is going to be 2,400.
Moving on with another math question. 2n plus 6 equals 14. A tree had a height of 6 feet when it was planted. The equation above can be used to find how many years n it took the tree to reach a height of 14 feet. Which of the following is the best interpretation of the number 2 in this context? So for 2n, n is per year that the tree needs to grow. For a, the number of years took the tree to double its height is wrong. For b, the average number of feet that the tree grew per year, that's the correct answer because n is per year and 2 will be the average number of feet, which is why 2 is multiplied with n. C, the height in average when the tree was 1 year old. The height in average when the tree was 1 year old is 6. So that's the incorrect number. The average number of years it takes similar trees to grow 14 feet. That is the wrong answer because 2n is the average number of feet that the tree that was 1 year old, which is 6, add to increase to 14 feet. So this is the wrong answer. So final answer is B. Let's move on with another grammar and writing question. In a 2016 study, Eastern Washington University psychologist Amani L.A. found that among the study participants who experienced frisson, a psychological response akin to goosebumps or getting chills while listening to music, there was one personality trait that they scored particularly, like openness to experience, which choice completes the text so that it confirms the conventions of standard English. So for A, high, particularly high, with a full stop on openness to experience. It's not a complete sentence, so it cannot be full stop. So we're gonna cross A. B, high on semicolon, openness to experience. Openness to experience is not a complete sentence, so it's not gonna be B. C, high on, particularly high on openness to experience. That could be a correct answer because it continues what continues the particularly high on openness to experience. So C could be a correct answer. D, high on column, openness to experience. That shouldn't be the answer because a colon is unnecessary in this case as it should continues directly. like C, because openness to experience connects to high on. So D is incorrect. So the final. Okay, so let's move on with another final reading question. In the latter part of the reading, which is like the 27. So while researching a topic, the student has taken the following notes. Let's skim through this excerpt. The popular World Wide Web theory posits that trees can communicate and exchange resources with another via Siemens of fungi. Ecologist Dr. Susan Yates first suggested this theory in 1997. She described trees as supercomputers. In 2022, studies the case of the World Wide Web. Mycologist Dr. Justin Carson and colleagues evaluate dozens of CNN studies. Whether CNN have captured the interest of broad audience. We're concerned, however, these claims about forests are disconnected from evidence. We still want to use quotation to emphasize potential problem with World Wide Web theory. Which source most effectively uses relevant information with notes to accomplish this role? So we find an answer choice that emphasizes a potential problem. So for A, describing trees as super cooperatives, Simmer first suggested that trees can exchange resources with one another in 97. So this doesn't show a potential problem, so we cross it out. For B, in the case of World Wide Web, Carson and colleagues know that common mycorrhizal networks have captured the interest of broad audience. It's captured the interest of broad audience, not a potential problem, so it's cross to C after evaluating dozens of semen studies. Carson and colleagues expressed concern that recent claims about common mycorrhizal network are disconnected from evidence, which is in this final sentence here. So C would be correct, could be a correct answer. For D, despite the concerns expressed in the 2022 study, the decay of the World Wide Web, the World Wide Web theory remains popular. So it's saying that despite the concerns, it still say that it remains popular. So it doesn't emphasize a potential problem. So C is the correct answer.
So we'll move on with another grammar and reading question. Sigmund Freud, his psychoanalytic theory, developed in the late 19th century, provided groundbreaking insights to the unconscious mind and human blank. It neglected the influence of societal factors and cultural differences on psychological development, which was it completes the text so that it confirms conventional standard English. So firstly, we'll look at this first phrase. To the unconscious mind and human behavior. That is one independent clause. We'll look at the second one. It neglected the influence of societal factors and cultural differences on psychological development. It's another independent clause. So let's learn how we can separate the two independent clauses with comma. So fanboys separate two independent clauses with comma. Look at A. Behavior, comma, however. However is not a fanboy, so cross it out. Behavior without comma, cross it out too. Behavior, comma, but. This is the correct answer. That's a fanboy. For D, behavior, but there's no comma. We cross it out. The final answer is C. Moving on with another reading grammar question. Researcher Lin Zi developed a process for increasing tensile strength measured in gigapascals or GPa, silk-warm blank, dissolving and revealing silk in a solution of bright iron metal ions, zinc and sugar. She increased the amount of force required to stretch from approximately 0.5 GPa to 2 GPa, which choice completes the text so that it conforms to the conventions of standard English. So let's look at this question first. This first phrase, add with silk, is an independent clause. And if we add by to dissolving or weaving in metal to here, it's another independent clause. However, if this part here is separate with a full stop, by would work either A, B, or C. But in this sentence, this part is included where G increased the amount of force required to stretch it from approximately 0.5 GPa to 2 GPa. If we read the whole sentence with the by dissolving and weaving the silk in a solution of iron metal ions, zinc and sugar, G increased the amount of force required to stretch from approximately 0.5 GPa to 2 GPa. We cannot connect these two sentences together because this one is a whole independent clause. So A is wrong, B is also wrong, C is also wrong, and B is the only correct answer that separates them two.